far ahead. They look great with that composition. And yeah, well, DK really struggled that game. Hopefully they can turn it around, change things up a lot in the second map.
I feel like the Zeratul pick was baited as well. I do not think we're going to see Noblesse try that again. They also built a comp with one tank, which is just out of the meta.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. At this stage of the game, stage of the meta, it just doesn't work out. The next map is going to be Garden of Terror. Fantastic big map once again. A lot of potential to see Kael'thas again as well. Maybe even a Sergeant Hammer.
No, there are technically so many camps on this map is what we're looking at now. We see there are basically 3 seed camps, 2 small ones, and then the little mini boss. The little mini boss is not really like a regular boss, and it doesn't actually fight for you, but it does give the most seeds.
Yeah.
So one of the few maps in the pool that actually has no boss. Essentially, you know, no boss that's going to march down any lane.
Yeah. Essentially, it's just the terror that you're going to spawn once you've accumulated 100 seeds.
Yep.
The player will control that. He will be possessed by it, I guess, or you become absorbed into it.
Yeah, you become the terror, as you can see here.
So,
and then you can polymorph people, basically. You can put down a little pot. It's going to stop turrets from firing and also will do damage to structures and minions in the lane.
Yeah, great lane clearing. And yeah, it's really all about dealing with the terrors once they're up and running. Do not let them run rampant because they will take down a fort or a keep very quickly.
All right, let's jump into this draft.
Let's just get it done.
Let's see if we see less of a shaky draft here from Snake, because, or rather from DK. DK was the one who had the weird choices. I feel overall Snake's draft was solid, super solid.
As solid as it gets. Yeah, the ice and
solid
fire.
Snake.
Solid. Why didn't I think of that? Damn it. Well, here we go.
Ban Abathur.
Straight off the bat here. What is DK going to change things up at all?
Snake's like, I dare you not to ban Zeratul. I don't even care. They are going to ban it.
They're going to ban it? Like, yeah, we don't want that.
Snake's Kinu on Uther 100%.
They don't want to let Noblesse pick that again. Like, no, it's out of the pool. There's that Uther.
I mean, if that first pick wasn't Uther on Kinu, I'd lose my mind. But Lost Vikings get locked in with Jaina.
That's a rarity.
That's not Johanna. Somebody pressed the wrong button.
It makes sense for the map. I like it. I like it. I usually see that more on like Sky Temple, if ever, but it does work on the 3 lane maps, the big maps. It makes a lot of sense. It means you get lane soak while the 4 other heroes can run ramp, do a lot of rotating.
Sure. It's gonna be the second time the Lost Vikings were ever picked in this tournament. I think last time picked by MRR or Danawa Joker a long time ago. We were gonna see Orioman grab Leoric. Very comfortable draft here so far for Snake.
Yeah, they've really gotten everything they wanted. Let's see if they change things up at all to deal with those Lost Vikings. Zagara. Makes sense for the map. It's going to really help out dominating a lane, getting a lot of creep spread, a lot of map vision, especially around your area. Always a good hero. Very, very solid specialist.
Yeah. We're going to see the first ban here from DK.
Will it be... What do they want to get rid of at this point? They can get rid of...
The draft for Snake is so safe right now, there's like not a good ban, to be totally honest.
No, they've got everything they wanted to a point. So I guess we could get rid of like Valor or
Kael'thas if you really don't want Mong on him on this map, but this is not the best map for Kael.
You get rid of Sylvanas, maybe. That'd probably be a good move. I mean, they can do a lot of pushing early on with like Zagara, Sylvanas, and then one other hero.
Well, definitely this ban is the hardest ban to really tell. This is a really weak position for DK because there's not a good ban here, not a perfect ban, not a ban where you go, okay, this is absolutely the best choice. Whereas with Snake bans, you can at least tell something about what they're going to do next based on what they ban.
Yeah, I mean, DK certainly want to be getting rid of probably a ranged DPS at this point or a second tank, because that's the only thing really Snake is looking for. But there's so much ranged DPS left over, like Sylvanas, Vala, Kael'thas, Sergeant Hammer,
It's
Raynor,
just like it goes on and on.
Like there's so many things to choose from. What do they choose to get rid of?
I think Vala is a good ban here if they don't want to use her. But otherwise, really, it's just a personal team choice here. There's no good choice. That's such a strange ban considering that Snake already has Leoric.
Well, I guess Sonya's always done a lot of work. They get rid of Brightwing there.
Okay, this means that Snake is afraid that they're actually going to grab, maybe even an Illidan with this comp somehow. And if you ban Brightwing here, it means that there's not insane global presence with Brightwing and the Vikings, because then Brightwing can teleport to any lane because the Vikings are always going to be in each lane.
Sylvanas and Tyrael is the next. So they're going to be looking for one last tank on DK. That's their last sort of choice. So Snake either has the option of going for a secondary tank or going for a lot of DPS here.
Yeah.
Probably going to be that secondary tank. Could be that Arthas. I would love to see Arthas.
Johanna is still available.
That's true too, actually. That's a classic combination right there. I'm actually kind of surprised they let it go through, choosing Tyrael over Johanna.
Tyrael doesn't really suit the composition either, in my personal opinion, because if you grab Judgment, I mean, if they go Sanctification, that's a different story, but if you go Judgment, you've only got Zagara as a current target, and they have Uther who can instantly, Divine Shield whoever becomes Judgmented.
It could have just been like a deny pick as well. It's like, well, we don't want to deal with the Tyrael on Snake, so we'll pick it up here, stop our Jaina getting dived on or our Sylvanas. And, well, they're taking a long time figuring out their next pick, Snake. They do have a lot of time left over there. Tricky pick here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be their final 2 picks, so they have a lot of time to think about this. Just from my own, I was about to say, literally about to say, I'd love to see Kael'thas again. Mong, an incredible ranged DPS.
Good for Vikings as well, right? Like,
yeah.
Get Chain Bomb on from one of those guys, and they're all together. Boom.
Even if you just living bomb Eric at late game, he's just going to die.
Yeah, he's pretty weak.
And also Zagara is a great choice for Vikings as well, because she can actually just put a Hydra on one of them, and it's just going to die. That's it. See you later.
Yeah, it's either you stay and die, or you run away and you become useless. And now that final pick should be a tank. Should be a tank. They got the DPS they need.
I think Johanna's a great pick here. Muradin is not bad, but I think Johanna is definitely the one that fits the most for the composition.
Yeah, I like Johanna.
Also, Johanna can set up for.
Oh
Kerrigan. My God!
All right, Oreo Man wants to start the style points early here. He's like, you know what? Let's have some fun. We're already up a game. That was a pretty easy game at that.
Let's see if this actually comes back to bite them. I worry about this, and we are going to see Rhaegar as the final pick here for DK.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I thought DK already had a healer.
To be honest, no worries. No.
Still, that's a solo tank Tyrael, by the way.
Yeah, that's
gross.
I don't really like this.
I don't like that at all.
I would much rather see a Malfurion, because there's so many more targets for Malfurion's Tranquility to actually absorb, healing onto.
That's true.
I'd rather see Lily than see Rhaegar here, man.
Shots fired, man.
Let's see how this works out. Maybe they actually have a bloodlust composition with the Vikings. Who knows, man?
I want to see that. I might as well, right? Like, what else could they do?
This is definitely going to be a strange one here.
It is, Wolf.
All right, let's go into game 2. DK versus Snake. Game 2, Snake versus DK. A very interesting draft that we see here in game 2.
Some would say wonkadoodle-doo, Wolf. That would be something I'd bring up in Pro League, but I think it suits it today as well.
I think you're absolutely right, Moonblade. Let's take a look at these talents going into this one. We are going to see Bribe taken by Sniper, who is playing the Lost Vikings.
Oh, we've got some Lost Vikings drawings in the audience as well. Fantastic.
Yeah, it said even we came. That's what that said there.
And look at this. Party Bushing nice and early here. DK looking to get an early advantage. Sniper up top, getting absorbed by Tist.
And we see that basically he's already split the Vikings up to make sure that no EXP is lost, and they're looking for a rotation to snipe a hero coming to lane like Kong in this case.
Kong could be in trouble here.
Fortunately, it's Jaehyun who spots him first. He doesn't have much CC. He's going to request them to move over.
Oh, look at this rotation. Oreo Man could be out of trouble. Oh, it's a good rotation there. They're going to be looking for a hit. They find SC.
SC, the worst target, though. He should be able to escape. In fact, he's just going to jump at the front and smite them. The follow-up damage from Crazy Moving, though, is pretty insane. SC needs to get out, but he gets pulled in.
Oh, he's so much survivability, though, this early on. No one going down, just a big trade of HB.
The big win for DK, though, because they do have, in the top lane, they've got Olaf still up there. You got Baylog in the mid. Don't worry, I'm on these names of the Vikings. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
I was a Lost Vikings main for a while.
Yeah, you were. All right, well, still trading in mid here. While this is all happening, it's kind of a bad situation from Snake. Hold that thought, though. SC getting tied up once again, but he's so tanky.
Yeah, he's actually just going to continue to fight. Actually jumping in on Oreo Man here. A bit overzealous.
Getting low.
Oh, and even actually triggering the boss for a moment.
Terra wants a piece of him as well. And they're going to start getting the seeds here. But while this was all happening, the Vikings were in every lane, soaking it up. This is like exactly the game plan of DK right now. Tie them up, distract them, while they slowly get ahead in experience.
And while they have 3 Vikings in 3 different lanes, they are gaining bribe stacks. Of course, the Vikings do take more bribe stacks than most heroes to actually bribe. In fact, their thing is called something different from Bribe, but it's basically Bribe except they need more, because it would be totally insane if they only needed, 20 stacks to bribe something.
Oh, Kong could be in trouble here, taking a lot of damage. Gonna get out just.
Yeah,
Did he tap that well?
That one.
I don't think he even tapped that well. I think he already used it.
I think can just hope he can wait and survive long enough to tap it. We haven't seen any picks on any of these Vikings yet. We've seen Leoric get close.
Yeah, very defensive play so far. Mongs could be in trouble here, though. Taking a lot of damage already. Noblesse chasing him down. And they're busy with the Terror right now. Oh, big stun.
Yeah, that's huge. Tist is out as well. Down goes Kinu.
Damn.
And DK dominating with this comp. I feel sorry for questioning them.
Look at that level lead. Level 5 to level 3, these Vikings have been doing work. Very careful play from Sniper. An ex-StarCraft pro obviously has the micro and the mechanics to keep them alive.
That's a really good point. This is child's play for anyone who's even in Gold League and StarCraft 2 to be able to actually micro 3 Vikings in 3 lanes.
Certainly so. And look at this, DK looking to get the second Terror as well and giving them such a lead in Seeds.
Oreo-Man trying to get up here at the front, but he's not tanking enough. Now Kinu's coming in to help him out, but a lot of damage already taken. Oreo-Man diving in, but he's alone.
Oh, here we go from behind there. Tis coming up, going to be claiming one. SD going to be maybe the next target here. He's distracting for a while.
Oh, Eldruin's teleport way too late. Now Tis is up at the front, crazy moving, taking quite a lot of damage. He's low on mana, so he can't slow.
Things are turning around here very quickly for Snake. They did find the team fight. They did find the Terror. They got the first Terror of the first night, getting over 100 seeds there.
And they need to make up for the EXP deficit because of the Vikings.
Yeah, it's nearly an entire level at this point. Level 7 to level 6, just so much work done. It's really going to come down to the late game, I feel. If Snake can get there comfortably without taking too much damage, they should be able to have a better team fight.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Olaf even grabbed a bribe on those Siege Giants at the top because they sneaked in there somehow. But let's see what Oreo-Man can get done. Go ahead and drop a plant here. Stop this minion wave and damage those cannon towers quite significantly. And now rotating down to the bot lane where Sylvanas is waiting again with Eric. They actually are catching up in EXP, only now about half a level behind.
Yeah, everyone's kind of getting bullied out at this point while the Terror is doing its work. Everyone just being fully defensive while the map is essentially Snakes. And they are going to be claiming that top couple of towers at least, which is really going to even things up here.
Yeah, just looking at some of these talents here, nothing out of the ordinary so far. Spin to win, of course, and Merklord taken from the Vikings. That got somewhat buffed recently. Moved to level 4.
Interesting.
And it also means you take less damage from Mercs, so you can actually solo, with Bribe quickly, a bruiser camp with even like Olaf.
All right, well, see if that comes into use.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the late game is way better for Snake. The early game and the mid game is where DK needs to shine.
Yeah, well, they're doing work so far with all these distracting sort of plays, keeping most of the enemy team busy on Snake and kind of getting ahead in that experience lead. But that first Terror for Snake really evening things up.
We see the same build from Kael'thas again, so he has insane range on his Gravity Laps. He got that Nether Wind. So, if he actually uses his Verdant Spheres from a distance, he can knock up 3 players and set up an insane team fight. Him alone, plus...
Look at this. Tist doing what Oreo-Man does best and distracts and tries to do a little bit of harassment here in the Merc camps. Not going to be claiming that one there.
Yeah, but still, there was some potential there. Again, he got caught by that Gravity Lapse.
9 each. Neck and neck when it comes to experience now. Vikings no longer having that lead.
Yeah, they just don't have that superiority in the lane like they used to. This is a strong push with Merklord, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, they got that. They got Sylvanas. They got a lot of pushing power here. Tist is going to need more than Tist up here to defend, and there's that rotation.
Yep. Long coming up. They're just going to push the Mercs back. Good rotation away from DK. They're ready to disengage, taking out that Creep Tumor. They could actually turn around, but it looks like they're actually trying to push mid. Kerrigan going to have to rotate down at the same time. But again, the Vikings split up, and they maintain even in EXP. We see Longboat Raid.
Judgment.
Ma, Ancestral, no Bloodlust comp, I'm sad.
That's kind of a shame.
That would have been fun to see.
Yeah, everything else kind of the norm as well. Nothing out of the ordinary at all.
Yep, 100% standard here. Maelstrom from Kerrigan.
All right, well, let's see where this team fight occurs, if they're going to be finding one. It's just about nighttime, so once again, going to be going for those seeds.
It's going to be very difficult for Snake to deny a Terror from DK. They already have 74 seeds, so...
Looks like they're going to try there, Wolf. Have a look at this. They're coming up here. They're looking for the fight. They found SC.
Well, they found SC. SC keeps getting found. He gets knocked up. He has to be Ancestral. And that means the next fight, they're going to have so much more potential for damage.
Yeah, blowing that Ancestral before like a fully fight breaks out here. They did what they wanted to do. Then they're going to rotate back down here and go for that Terra. It looks like DK are going to try for this one as well. They're going to be trying for this team fight once again.
Oh man, don't forget Judgment is active.
Oh.
SC wants to fight here. He's taking a lot of damage early on.
Oreo taking a bit as well. Taking a full
big
blizzard.
beating there.
Big beating. Big ice beating. And they're going to claim that full Terra, and they can rotate up again if they want to. Nearly have it. 7 more seeds.
Yep, still possible. As you can see, the plant is still open. And it's just way too easy for them to contest this. With the Terror up, I feel like they can just ignore it for the most part and come up here and take a fight.
Here we go. Judgment still active as well. Nearly everything up on line. 15 seconds until Ancestral's back as well.
And SC gets stunned, actually, and knocked up. And there's the Phoenix on the entire team, as well as that March of the Black King. And this is an insanely good fight for Snake.
Yeah, claiming that one as well. Everyone getting knocked down despite this Terror in the midst of things, doing damage to everyone. Just not enough at this point.
Kinu does go down, and there's a good polymorph as well as the Water Elemental chasing. But with the heals,
just not enough.
Yeah, I mean, even though Uther dies, he's not the worst character to have die because he can just continue to heal. Ends up being a fairly even trade overall, but look at the EXP lead because of the Vikings.
Look at the EXP lead, but things are about to even up once again as that Terror is going to be online for Snake. You see Oreo picking it up now.
Look at this. Sniper runs in with Eric, he bribes those mercs. He consistently keeps stealing these mercs. And because he has Merklord, if no one comes, then they're going to push hard. And Eric is such a quick little guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a pain in the ass.
He really is.
I remember him a lot. I hate him so much.
I love him. He's great.
Let's see what Oreo can get done down at this bottom foot. I don't think he can stick around for too long there. Everyone already waiting for him here.
Yeah, this polymorph doesn't hit anybody, and he's just continuing to push this lane.
Going to be a team push by the looks of things here. Maybe another team fight coming up.
They need to do a lot with this if they're going to push with 5 because, again, the Vikings are soaking so much EXP right now. They are missing from the fight, so they might be able to get a good team fight here, though, regardless.
Yeah, still, it's 13-12, so the talent advantage is on the line currently for DK, but they're going to let this one go nonetheless. Evening things up here, and now Monged is going to be coming online as Kael'thas with that Chain Bomb.
And 40 seconds still for Oreo, so it's actually going to continue to push this. I think they want to keep from this, and they might be able to just get it. If the Vikings don't come back without Longboat Raid, and the Chain Bomb does so much damage. Look at how much damage it's doing to the structures alone here.
Yeah, it's going to get out of hand pretty quickly here, especially with this kind of push. That's still very healthy Oreo in that Terra.
Notice the position of Mongdi as well. He's so safe from Judgment. If SC Judgments, he's going to regret it. He's going to get polymorphed, and everyone is going to stun him.
Here we go. He's going to be moving in a little bit closer here. He's going to be looking for that Chain Bomb.
Mong's position, I just cannot even stress enough how good it is. We do have the Vikings come back for Longboat Raid, though. It's possible they actually engage on this.
It could be.
It's just Noblesse took too much damage.
So if you can find like a living bomb on one of those Vikings, things get ugly.
Yeah, because it's so hard to avoid those. There's so many of them.
I mean, I'm sure it's possible for Sniper to split them every single direction before it goes off, considering how good he is, but even then.
In that fight, we saw him micro Eric like crazy. Eric was the only one in that fight, you know, and the rest of them were just kind of soaking the lanes, but he was multitasking like a boss.
Yeah, look at this. They're actually chasing down Sniper right now, and they should be able to claim this one at least.
Yeah, it looks like it's Sniper busy elsewhere. He also got Verdant Sphered there, or rather Gravity Lapsed. And they're just going to steal yet another Merc camp. The bot push is still ongoing. Eric can't deal with that alone. They might actually lose this keep if they don't send material. He is going over there now.
Yeah, they're going to give up these bruises, though, and maybe the top 4 behind this. So a good place for Snake, nonetheless. They're getting back that map dominance. They just seem to claim it. You know, they just rotations are so good that it puts DK on the back foot.
Yeah, you know, as good as it is to have a Viking soaking each lane, the Vikings are not going to be able to defend these Mercs. So what they lose in EXP from the Viking soak, they make up from just killing the structures.
Well, now rotation down the middle. Could be the next target, that middle fort. It's the only one remaining for DK. Level 15 to 14 now as well. First time Snake have had an experienced lead this game.
Yeah. Closer to level 16, which is a really scary place.
That potty bush. Delicious.
Looks like it's going to go undetected, but also just not fruitful either. No one's going that way. It's playing too safe, DK.
A little too safe here. And still, it's going to be a free Terror. At least for Snake here.
Look at Tis, he's stealing so many seeds actually
while
giving vision.
It could be his life as well. They're going to not commit to chasing him down. Okay. Probably
another Terror here coming up for Snake.
They got it. And we should see one as well for DK, I believe. Yeah, we will. For sure. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just barely enough.
100 exactly.
On the dot.
right.
Well, let's see, you know, in this terror fight, the slap battle, as these two come up, who's going to get ahead?
Is that the technical word? Slap battle?
Yeah, slap battle. Ever since the Heroes of the Storm Big League, where I coined the slap battle term.
I like that. I like that.
They slap each other. It's a slap battle.
It's true. It's true.
A little slap fight in the middle of the map.
Well, here we go. The first slap fight of this game. And Warrior Man versus Sniper in the slapping machines.
Okay, let's see Mongdi's position again. Chain Bomb, so useful here. He can drop it off instantly if he uses Verdant Spears with it.
Well, here we go. Looks like Sylvanas going to be the target. Going to get blown up. So, Noblesse getting out of there.
Very, very close call. But again, knows Mongdi at the back constantly. Noblesse also good positioning.
Judgment.
There's Judgment on it. Oh, man. Down Kael'thas goes. A good Maw, though, might actually be able to turn things around. They need to make this happen quick.
They do.
Oh, look at that. The Ancestral is perfect, though.
Absolutely perfect there. Still, one went down. Jaina down as well now. So it's 1-for-1. Noblesse getting out of there. And the big slap battle continues. Looks like Warrior Man a little bit more healthy, going for SC.
Oh, SC needs to go ahead and Aldruin's away. Kinu will escape here.
Oh, Sniper, though, getting low. He could be the next target here. Very healthy members of Snake still remain.
It's just one Viking, though. The other two Vikings are taking the EXP lead during all of this. It means that because he used a Viking for the Terror, he actually had so much extra EXP, but at the same time, that longboat raid was missing from the fight.
Sure it was. And now they could be paying for it with a keep as well. Down goes the well, and soon the keep.
Looks like they're going to group up here for maybe the first longboat of the game.
Pushing the issue here is SC in deep. Warrior Man now out doing the damage.
Oh, and there's that Divine Shield on him, and down goes Tyrael. Kinu splitting away. They're trying to go for Warrior Man. They do grab him.
He blows up in a second. Mong's back now, though. Going to be looking for that damage.
Tis needs to rotate away. Don't forget Longboat Raid's still available. Sniper split here against the Chain Bomb.
Very smart there. That he's going to have to pull that one out, and they're going to have to disengage.
Very close fight. This is actually shaping up to be such a great series.
Yeah, it is. A really, really close second game here. No one really finding traction just yet.
You know, they are really using the Vikings quite well, and you know, the Rhaegar Ancestrals have been so good that I feel bad for criticizing the pick earlier. The chain heal is so good with the Vikings as well. It kind of bounces around everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was a toss-up between that as well as Malfurion. Malfurion's always going to do great work healing everything at once, especially against the sort of AoE that a Chain Bomb will do.
Now, Merklords, we never see it really in competitive play in Korea, but it's actually doing some work for this push.
Tist from behind.
Oh, that Water Elemental really helping to zone out Mong. He has to actually use his Mana Barrier, and there is the Longboat Raid doing mostly damage to Tist, who will escape here.
Yeah, absorbing a lot with that Wraith Walk. And Judgment.
Oh man, down onto Zagara, and SC's jumping on him, but there's just too much behind it. Good engage here by DK, I have to say.
Yeah, they survived very well. They came out of that pretty healthy, to be honest. A bit of a trade, but no one really dying.
6.5 kills to 8 currently, a very close game at 18 levels apiece. This is one of the closest games we've had in this tournament.
Oh, well, that thought Tist has been found out here. They're going to try and explode him, but he is very healthy still.
Wow. I'm actually just really impressed with the way that DK is playing the Lost Vikings, but you see that Snake knows just how to counterplay it as well. This is just shaping up to be such a great game. I'm getting really excited. It's
neck and neck the entire way. Yeah. Like, it's such a close game so far. Really trading out evenly. The only advantage I'd give is Snake has all their forts still. Yeah. Look at this there. Going to go for a next team fight here.
Tist is going to try to just get all the damage blown to him and then escape, and that's exactly what happens. It's going to cost them a few seeds here, but they already have their own Terror.
They can let that one go. It's still going to be another 42 seeds before we do see DKs online.
They are going to try to deny this, but they need to rush back over to that top Terror plant.
Yeah, they're going to get there ASAP. I don't think they even get there in time. They're going to try.
You know what? They might just try to catch them on their way out with Warrior Man on the Terror.
I think that must be it. They're going to be looking for that favorable team fight with the Terror on their side.
A big polymorph maybe. Zagara's Maw is available, so if she Maws and then they polymorph on top, it could get nasty.
Oh, missing it so far. Tisto in deep.
Oh, man, a huge Judgment here, though. Right onto Kael'thas, but he gets Divine Shielded. Now it's going to be a great fight for Snake. Longboat Raid doing some damage, but not to anyone except the Terror.
Jaehyun, he goes down. Next is going to be, looks like Noblesse was the target. Maybe it's going to be Lost Vikings now, though.
They jump away, and Mong is going to try to come over here and catch him. Noblesse, the target. They actually try to turn on Mong, and he's actually very vulnerable here.
He is. SC at the back here with Tyrael, also looking for a little bit of damage on Mong.
That was Olaf went down there.
Olaf.
Don't panic, everybody.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, I think they might have to give up a keep this time.
It looks like it, and this is going to be a huge lead now.
This is right before level 20 as well. This is like when it all counts. This is such a bad place to be. They have their own Terror, but down goes the keep. They're neck and neck once again in experience. It's like who gets level 20 first will get sort of such a favorable team fight, at least for a few seconds.
And they're wasting a lot of the Terror's time here for DK because they're using Orioman's Terror to force their Terror to be used defensively. So a lot of its time is being burned here, essentially.
Keep goes down. Noblesse running for his life. Oh my god. Level 20 now for Snake. They could take a decent fight right now if they want.
And Uther can really help dive because he's going to be able to come up with his redemption. And basically everybody can dive because Leoric has Hardened Shield and both Kael'thas and Zagara, and as well as Kerrigan, now have Bolt of the Storm, so they've got so much disengage.
So much escape, yeah. Arcane Barrier and Bolt of the Storm now for Kael'thas. He'll be a hard one to kill, to mention everyone else.
Yeah. Plus he's got, you know, his ability to Gravity Lapse, which is a fairly decent escape in the right hands.
Great disable there if they can find it. And let's see if they can defend their own. It's going to be a 4 to start things off though, so they're in a pretty comfy place. They can even let this one go if it means it's going to time out the Terror.
Something to keep in mind is if this game goes insanely late game, which no Korean game ever has, with all these extra forts up, it's extra EXP that you know, DK could use to get a level lead and scale later into the late game. Just basically using plants here, potting these towers for now, and Tist going to have to run away. But they're just waiting for this to expire, essentially, while trying to put damage onto the squishies.
I would be surprised if they go for an engage the moment it does expire as well, right? It's such an unfavorable fighting the Terror, but after that, I think Snake probably be looking for it.
Oh, this is a bad engage here for Orioman, wasting his combo. But it should be up again by the time this Terror expires.
Yep, still got a little bit of life left over. 5 more seconds. Sniper goes down now.
All right, here we go. Crazy movement, getting insanely low. He has to bolt back. And now just basically we see Snake on the chase. SC gets caught. He judgments to try to stay alive. And look at all that vulnerability on Orioman.
Oh, survives. Ancestral does not hit. Orioman still alive somehow, only for a few more seconds.
The Mind Shield also, you know, no longer available. So Kong is in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. And Kinu is going to have to try to help save his team.
Oh! Once again misses. Can he blow up on him though? Tis might be the target. Still survives for now though.
Yeah, he had Hardened Shield activated at that time. He's actually chasing down Jaehyun, and I think he's going to get him either that or he's going to turn on Noblesse. Jaehyun needs to get back.
He needs to get back here. Tist in deep though. Mong needs to help him out.
Yeah, he does. There's the chain bomb going down those Vikings. This is going to go off, and they split into different directions. Kinu's still alive. Looks like Olaf will fall here. Maybe?
Oh, will he? Good dodges so far. Looking for that.
That'll get him.
There we go. Boom.
But, you know, this is now a pretty even spot for both teams, and Noblesse is already starting to work on these seeds, whereas
fanning another
chasing the Vikings.
Damn, Monk. I'm loving him on Kael'thas.
He's so good.
He is so good.
This is what I was expecting from him on Kael'thas.
I've missed Kael'thas so much. Well, here we go. They're going to be going for their Terror now. They're getting all the seeds they can while they have the time on the map. Still 10 seconds before Tyrael is even back, and with those 2 Viking deaths, a lot less presence on the map from DK. Still just enough to get those pesky Mercs once again.
Yeah, just trying to use that bribe skill, plus their Merc Lords when they're in lane.
Might see another engagement in just a second's time. They are seeing it all rotating towards that bottom Terror.
Almost all Heroics online. March of the Black King, the only one left. 10 seconds on that. The engage here is so reliant upon Orioman's Kerrigan for Snake. That's why their late game isn't looking as strong as it normally does, just simply because he has to get his combo off, otherwise they don't have much of an engage. Or we have to see a multiple Gravity Lapse, you know, have to knock 3 people into the air.
Yeah.
Whereas Judgment is much more reliable.
Here's Orioman. He's scattered out where exactly they are. I mean, he's seeing a huge collapse from both sides. And DK going to be moving back, at least for now. They're going to be looking for that initiate. Oh, they're going to be claiming it. They're going to try and claim it at least, but this is going to give DK the option to be aggressive here.
The winner of this fight will get a Terror. The loser does not. Okay, we're going to see SC jump in to try to get those seeds, so maybe a rash choice.
Can he get away with it, though? Oh,
looks like he might.
They
Look at that,
both get it.
Black King.
Huge march there. They're going to have to get out of here. If they all survive, it was worth it, but SC getting so low.
He has to survive this or it's not worth it, but Tis taking a ton of damage from the longboat raid currently, even aggroing those minions as well, the Mercs, and both teams are just going to retreat back.
Look at that.
Take their Terrors.
0 seeds from both sides. They both got exactly what they needed to get Terrors. That's how close it is.
Insane! Oh my god.
Still, only 1 keep left over for DK, so they're in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, and it's an instant rush to the Terror here. They're actually moving down to the mid lane. They want this. They want to actually take this right here, right now. Probably just going to ignore these Mercs, run right by Orioman using his speed boost. If they get a multiple polymorph here, it's going to do a lot for them.
If they win this team fight, they win the game 100%. That core is wide open.
We're so late game that the same probably goes for DK as well. Tiz taking a lot of damage.
Here we go, starting things off here. Core's going to take a little bit of damage from that, but they're trading out HP. Oriman already getting pretty low. Are they actually going to fully commit to this core?
I think it might be a bad choice.
I think
see
so.
that Divine Shield being used on Zagara to keep her alive here. SC up in the middle of the fight.
Oh, SC getting so low.
A three-person gravity lapse at the same time. Down goes Kerrigan. And SC will get Ancestral, and DK is going to win this fight into the white. And there's a great maw to try to disengage, but that's all it's going to do here.
That's all it's going to do. Maybe they can survive. They can weather the storm here. Still 3 alive.
Uther could die. You know, he's actually going to die. He was on
fine.
Redemption, and they chased him. They knew he was going to come back to life from Redemption, so they made sure to guarantee that kill.
Yeah, well, now what happens? How are they going to defend this? It's 3 still alive. Kalthus and Zagara being the important ones that are going to defend this, but still, their core is nearly wide open. That keep is so low already.
Yeah, they're actually going to go for the core, no doubt, here. They also have all 3 Vikings grouped up.
Mongs cannot die here. He has to survive. He has to be dropping the bombs.
Keep in mind also, though, if they overextend, if they mess this up, all lanes are pushed
Oh,
currently.
Mongs indeed. Down he goes.
Oh, no, Bless goes down as well. Kong will fall at the last second here, but they're actually trying to go for the core. It's hard to say if they have enough damage. Carrying it up in 12 seconds. Longboat Raid putting off a ton of damage. Liart doing so much judgment, even buying more time. The Longboat Raid
Do they have enough?
damage.
I don't think they have enough.
I think they barely
Oh,
don't.
it's so
SC
close.
goes down. They might actually have this 30%, 12%, 10%,
Oh.
6%, 1%, and they will get it.
Oh
They
my
will
God.
tie the series 1-1.
Absolutely insane. Barely getting that. If they